Chosen one, this is not a coincidence. You did not click on this message by accident. Heaven has been trying to get your attention. And right now, in this very moment, God is saying, watch this alone. Separate yourself from the noise, from the doubters, from the distractions. This message is personal. It is sacred. It is about your next level, your hidden battles, and the breakthrough that is closer than you think. Something is shifting in your life. Something is aligning in your favor. But you must hear this clearly and completely. Your destiny depends on it. Chosen one, God is removing what you thought you needed. And that removal feels uncomfortable because you mistook certain attachments for necessities. You believed certain people were permanent. You believed certain routines were security. You believed certain dreams had to unfold exactly the way you planned. But God, in His infinite wisdom, sees beyond your present understanding. What you called essential was often emotional dependence. What you called love was sometimes limitation. What you called stability was occasionally stagnation. And so, quietly and intentionally, He began to separate you from what could no longer travel with you. You noticed the shift. Conversations changed. Invitations slowed down. Doors that once opened easily began to close without explanation. At first, you tried to fix it. You prayed harder for restoration. You reached out again. You questioned yourself. But the more you tried to force things back into place, the more resistance you felt. That resistance was not rejection. It was redirection. God was preventing you from rebuilding what He had already decided to release. Elevation requires detachment. You cannot rise while gripping what is heavy. When God prepares someone for a new dimension, He first lightens their load. He begins to expose what drains you, what distracts you, what subtly diminishes your confidence. Some relationships were assignments, not alignments. They were there to teach you discernment, to develop your voice, to reveal your strength. Once the lesson was complete, the season had to end. Holding on past expiration would only delay your growth. You must understand this, chosen one. God is not cruel in His removals. He is precise. If something left your life, it is because it could not sustain the version of you that is emerging. The next level of your calling requires maturity, clarity, and obedience. Not everyone can handle the weight of your future. Some people only knew the old you, the doubting you, the smaller you, the accommodating you. But God is forming a stronger version of you, a more disciplined you, a more spiritually aware you. And not everyone is comfortable with your transformation. There were habits you relied on for comfort, patterns you repeated because they felt familiar. Even those are being disrupted. God is breaking cycles that you tolerated for years. He is confronting your excuses. He is challenging your complacency. It feels like loss, but it is actually liberation. You are being freed from what normalized your limitations. Think about the pruning of a tree. When branches are cut away, it looks violent. It looks damaging. But pruning is not destruction. It is preparation for greater fruit. The tree does not understand why it is being cut. It only feels the separation. In the same way, you may not fully grasp why certain things are being removed. but heaven sees the harvest that is coming. And without pruning, the fruit would be smaller, weaker, and less abundant. Do not chase what God has removed. Do not negotiate with doors He has closed. Do not shrink yourself to fit back into spaces that feel tight. When something repeatedly falls apart despite your effort, it may be because God is protecting you from a future you cannot yet see. What feels like disappointment today could be shielding you from devastation tomorrow. This season of stripping is teaching you direct dependence on God, not on applause, not on constant reassurance, not on visible progress. He is strengthening your inner foundation. He is training you to trust His voice over public opinion. When everything external feels unstable, you are forced to anchor internally. That anchor is your faith. You are not being emptied. You are being cleared. Cleared of distractions. Cleared of counterfeit connections. Cleared of emotional clutter. The space you feel is not absence. It is capacity. God is making room for what truly belongs to you. But new wine cannot be poured into old wineskins. There must be renewal before increase. Chosen one, do not interpret subtraction as failure. Interpret it as refinement. Your identity is no longer tied to what you have, who surrounds you, or what appears stable. Your identity is rooted in who God says you are. And sometimes, the only way for you to fully embrace that identity is for everything else to fall silent. Trust the process of removal. Trust the discomfort. Trust the quiet season. Because what God is building in you now is stronger than what He is taking from you. And when the rebuilding begins, you will look back and realize that every loss was actually divine alignment guiding you toward something far greater than you ever imagined. Chosen one, the battle you are facing is not random, and it is not meaningless. The intensity of your struggle is directly connected to the magnitude of your calling. Ordinary paths do not attract extraordinary resistance. The reason your life has felt like a constant uphill climb is because you are not walking an ordinary road. You are carrying something within you that disrupts darkness, and darkness always reacts when it feels threatened. You have asked yourself why things seem harder for you than for others, why misunderstandings surround your name, why you often feel isolated even in crowded rooms. It is because you see differently. You think differently. You discern what others overlook. That difference sets you apart, and being set apart can feel lonely before it feels powerful. But do not confuse isolation with abandonment. Isolation is often where identity is clarified. Pressure has been your teacher. Every setback forced you to develop resilience. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every delay strengthened your patience. You thought the battle was trying to break you, but it was actually building you. A calling without resistance would leave you unprepared for influence. God allows pressure because pressure produces strength. Just as steel is forged in fire, your character is being forged in adversity. Consider how many times you almost gave up. The exhaustion, the silent tears, the nights when doubt whispered louder than faith. Yet you are still here. That alone is evidence of divine preservation. The attacks did not succeed. The discouragement did not consume you. The opposition did not erase you. You endured, and endurance is proof of purpose. You must understand that not every attack is about your present. Many are about your future. The enemy fights what he fears you will become. The confusion, the distractions, the temptations, they are designed to derail your focus. Because if you fully step into your assignment with clarity and confidence, you will impact more lives than you realize. The battle is strategic, but so is your protection. There were moments when people misjudged you, when your intentions were questioned, when your silence was interpreted as weakness. Those experiences hurt deeply because you value integrity. But they also trained you not to rely on public validation. You learned to stand firm, even when misunderstood. That strength is necessary for leadership. Influence requires thick skin and a soft heart. God is shaping both in you. Do not envy those who appear to have an easier path. You do not know the depth of their assignment. Your road has been intense because your responsibility is significant. Diamonds are not formed in comfort. They are created under extreme pressure over time. And when they finally emerge, their brilliance is undeniable. The pressure you feel now is shaping brilliance that will soon be visible. The battle also reveals what is inside you. Under stress, your true character surfaces. And despite the trials, you have chosen integrity more times than compromise. You have chosen prayer over revenge. You have chosen growth over bitterness. That is spiritual maturity developing. That is evidence that the battle is refining you, not defining you. Remember this, chosen one. Storms do not come to destroy the chosen. They come to position them. Storms uproot what is weak and expose what is unstable. They force you to build on solid ground. Every trial pushed you closer to God. Every hardship deepened your faith. If life had been easy, you might have drifted. Difficulty anchored you. There is also a hidden confidence forming inside you. Not arrogance, but quiet assurance. You have survived too much to doubt your resilience. You have overcome too much to question your strength. The battle introduced you to a version of yourself you did not know existed. Stronger, wiser, more spiritually aware. That version is necessary for what is ahead. Do not resent the fight. Learn from it. The skills you are developing now, patience, discernment, courage, will be essential in your next season. You are being trained in private for public impact. And when the season shifts, the same struggles that once made you cry will become testimonies that inspire others. Chosen one, the battle is not evidence that God has left you. It is evidence that He trusts you with something significant. He would not allow such shaping if there were no greater purpose attached to your life. The intensity of the warfare confirms the value of your assignment. Stand firm. Breathe deeply. Pray consistently. The battle is temporary, but the strength it produces is permanent. And when you step into the fullness of your calling, you will understand that every difficult chapter was necessary preparation for the influence, authority, and impact that have always been destined for you. Chosen one, the shift you have been praying for is closer than it appears, even if your current circumstances seem unchanged. What feels stagnant on the surface is often active beneath. God works in layers, in timing, in precision that human eyes cannot immediately detect. You have been measuring progress by visible movement, but heaven measures progress by internal transformation. And internally, you have grown more than you realize. There is a divine alignment taking place behind the scenes. Conversations are happening about you that you cannot hear. Doors are being prepared that you have not yet knocked on. Hearts are being softened in places you thought were permanently closed. The delay was not denial, it was synchronization. God does not release you into new territory until the environment can sustain you. If you had received certain blessings too early, you would have been overwhelmed rather than empowered. You have felt the weight of waiting, the frustration of not knowing when, the exhaustion of holding on without visible evidence. Waiting tests faith in a way action never could. In action, you feel in control. In waiting, you surrender control. And surrender is where trust becomes real. This season has stretched your patience, but it has also deepened your reliance on God's voice rather than your own impulses. The reason this next move is so personal is because it is connected to your obedience. God told you to separate, to pray more, to let go, to forgive, to step back. You obeyed even when it was uncomfortable. You chose discipline over distraction. You chose faith over fear. That obedience created spiritual momentum. Small, consistent choices built a foundation for sudden change. When the shift happens, others will call it luck. They will say it happened overnight. They will not see the months of silent endurance, the quiet tears, the private growth. But you will know. You will recognize that this moment was constructed piece by piece through perseverance. Sudden breakthroughs are often the result of long preparation. You may also notice a new clarity rising within you. Certain things no longer attract you the way they once did. Certain environments feel misaligned. That is not boredom. That is evolution. Your spirit senses that you cannot remain where you are. You are outgrowing old spaces, and growth always creates tension before transition. There is also restoration attached to this shift. Not necessarily the restoration of old situations, but restoration of confidence, peace, and vision. The battles tried to shrink your expectations. The delays tried to make you settle. But God is renewing your perspective. He is reminding you of the promises you almost forgot. The dreams you placed on pause are being awakened again. Timing is critical. If the shift had happened during your emotional exhaustion, you might have mishandled it. If it had happened during your insecurity, you might have sabotaged it. But now you are steadier, wiser, less reactive, more discerning. You are becoming someone who can sustain what you once only desired. Do not mistake quiet seasons for empty ones. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. Roots deepen in darkness before branches expand in light. You have been developing roots. And because your roots are stronger now, your next level will not collapse under pressure. Prepare your mindset. Expect opportunity. Clean your mental space of doubt. Speak differently about your future. What you consistently declare shapes what you are ready to receive. Align your language with faith rather than fear. Align your habits with the future you believe is coming. The shift may come through a conversation, an idea, an unexpected connection, or a sudden opportunity. It may not look dramatic at first, but you will feel it. A divine confirmation, a peace that surpasses logic, an assurance that this is the door you were prepared for. Chosen one, remain alert but not anxious. Anticipate without forcing. Trust without striving. The same God who sustained you in silence is now orchestrating your visibility. And when the moment arrives, step forward boldly. Do not shrink. Do not question your worthiness. You have been shaped for this. This is not just a change in circumstance. It is a change in identity. You are stepping into alignment with who you were always meant to be. And once that alignment locks into place, your life will not return to what it was. The waiting season will make sense. The pain will have purpose. The silence will have meaning. Your shift is not random. It is intentional. It is earned through obedience. And it is closer than you think.